Are we really alive? I feel like this question is something that 2020 and everything that means to everyone has brought into the minds of so many. Are we really alive? Because it seems like the things that are happening are of such an unexpected and roller coaster like drama.
Oh, you remember the fucking in SpongeBob when the old boy he was like presenting the Krabby Patty, he was like, he was fucking going off. He was fucking off. He's all tired and shit. Nigga, that's how I fucking felt.
Of sorts. That it seems almost movie-esque, cinema-esque. Like it's a play. Or some sort of dream dreamt up. But if you stay with that concept of an imaginative world, you might come to realize that you may be on to something there.
Huh?
Because truly everything that has been created is imaginative. Now, that's not to say that it doesn't exist, because clearly, even though our bodies are literally collections of vibrations and photons, which is light, we still have the ability to access electromagnetism within our minds, with using our brains. So using that electromagnetism, we can make things that would normally, structurally, are not actually matter, not actually solid. They will feel solid to us because we have that power to be able to allow our consciousness to feel through these collections of vibrations and frequencies.
He's having a good old time over there. He's adjusting. He's ain't gonna waste the drop.
So are we really alive? You tell me. What do you do in this life? What have you done? Not in a judging way, just assess what you may have done in this life. What does your vibration feel like? What does your frequency feel like? Do you feel the warm the home, the oneness, the unity feeling, the loving feeling for the majority of your existence? Or do you feel a needing, striving, yearning, colder, compulsive, and fearful existence? If that's the case, either one, you should still be aware of this. It's not to say that one or the other is bad or good, because we are here for a reason. These lessons were chosen by us. We have chosen to learn these lessons in these lifetimes, or in this lifetime, whichever you choose to believe. But in many cases, it's better to believe nothing, to be honest, and simply just be. Let the being of the self actually spring forth knowledge that you don't need to go find, that you don't need to go read. It's just you need stillness. And stillness is hard right now. Stillness is very rare. How can someone be very still when they have grown in an environment that literally has the opportunity to create and preserve stimulants to the brain, firing off pleasurable chemicals all throughout the nervous system over and over and over, nonstop? It's very hard to be still with those opportunities clearly in front of every single one of us at all times, and for very, very little cost. At least the third dimensional cost doesn't seem very high. Higher dimensional cost is probably actually very high, because these things are preventing the higher frequency, higher vibration exchange. But that's okay, because the whole point of it is so that you experience that, so that we can experience that. We need to experience that. Even if we are the highest of the highest vibration frequency beings ever to have existed in this universe, or every universe that could have ever existed, we would not be complete if we did not experience all of the frequencies, even the lowest ones. It's very hard to experience the lowest of the lowest despair if you are very high in the heights of joy and harmony and love. But that's not to say that either one is bad. Fear is a most beautiful tool, just as love is the same exact beautiful tool. They are just two words for the same thing, the same essence, but just in different degrees, just like cold and hot. That's why we say degrees. Because truly, where does cold and hot separate? They never really do. It's kind of like a perspective. So again, are we really alive? Is this simulated? Are we just little pawns in a marble? It seems more probable that the lessons that we're here to learn are experiential. The experience of simply making mistakes and seeing them physically, and then learning so much from these mistakes that you then are able to be aware of multi layers of your reality, multiple layers of your reality. Making it easier for you to flow within the dimensions of these layers of reality, and then allow your now steady flowing waves to affect the other waves around you. And that does include other people. Your steady waves then begin to steady other waves. Force is in nature's hands. It does not need to be in our hands. But maybe that's why we're here at this time, during all this, what some would call insanity. But it's ordered insanity. It's calculated insanity. It's insanity that's so insane that it punctures the part of the brain that could not have been accessed before. And then click. There's an awakening. That could only be accomplished if there was a certain level of lower frequency or darkness, whichever you'd like to call it, that has entered the psyche, that can no longer be pushed that can no longer be pushed to the side, that can no longer be ignored. The age of ignorance, or being able to ignore the darker natures, is leaving us. So are we truly alive? Again, you tell me. What would make you feel truly alive?